It is kind of hot out here. What's up, YouTube? It's your boy James to the O. Do you still think the criminal justice system is fair? Anyways, I want to explain what I've learned. Things you should know about the justice system. Whether you think it's fair or not. Whether you think it's good or bad. Pros and cons, wherever the case may be. A lot of people, especially in America, some people don't know their rights, criminal amendments, none of that stuff. I was in a class and the teacher showed me her midterm paper and she had a bonus question. What's the 4th Amendment, the 5th Amendment, 4, 5, 6, and 14? I was like, they don't know this? Like, ooh, your class is dumb. But anyways, everybody should know the 5th one. Well, if not, I understand. I think the most critical one's the 4th. Unreasonable search and seizures. Now, this right, amendment number 4, do not apply to everybody. Here's why. You're protected against unreasonable search and seizures against government official, law enforcement, whatever. If you're on probation or parole, this do not apply to you. They could raid your house any given time, any given day they feel like it. They don't need it. They could just, oh, he's on probation, let's see what he's doing over there. They can force entry, do whatever they want to do because you're on probation or parole. That sucks. Yeah, 5th Amendment, you got the right to shut the hell up. Okay, that's great. I ain't telling on myself, hell. But a lot of people don't know, those who love to watch 48 Hours. If you're not under arrest, if you're not already in custody, they do not have to tell you your Miranda rights to remain silent before they proceed. They do not have to tell you that. And they do not have to tell you that when you're in that interrogation room that the investigation is being monitored, camera recorded. They're not going to let you know that either. So wherever it is you say it's being recorded, and they got a hidden camera somewhere around where you don't know that they do. They position you somewhere. They sit on one side of the table, got you sit on the other side of the table where it just pinpoint you, your face, your voice, all of that. You incriminate yourself. Sucks to be you. There was one case I was looking at, interrogation room, they had a juvenile. Now, someone had told me, well, the parents don't have a right to know whether or not if the kid's being interrogated or not under the age of 18. I went, what law was that? When was that implemented? Because last time I recall, if a juvenile's being interrogated as like a primary suspect under the age of 18, a parent, legal guardian's around, that parent, legal guardian has to be present. So when I was looking at this one case in Florida, it was this little boy and 3 of his buddies. Now, the little boy had a gun on him, hanging out with his 2, 3 little friends at the park, whatever. Park about to close. They still there. Park did close. They still there. One police guy comes through, saying what's going on with the rule. He's about to pat them down, search them. A simple pat down. He was going to find that gun on him. And as soon as he tried to get to him, he pulled out his gun real quick, shot him right in the head. Bow! They took off running. They caught that dude 3 days later. He in the interrogation room crying, and mama and daddy were present. And the mama was like, well, you need to come forward, tell them exactly what happened. He told them exactly what happened in the interrogation room. Once again, it's recorded and monitored. They got on with first-degree murder, killing an officer. They gave him life without. They can't give him death because he's under the age of 18. Crazy. Stuff you need to know. Yeah, the 4th Amendment don't apply to everyone. 6th Amendment, right, speed, trial, and have a right to know who are accusing you. Who are the witnesses that are against you, victim who is against you. You should already know who your victim is. It is nothing but case laws. That is what mainly criminal justice is. Case laws. Some becomes an incident. There you go, Supreme Court. Supreme Court make a ruling on it, or if it's now a law or not. Give you another example. It was a case of Tennessee versus Gardner. This is an old case, and it still could be used. Juvenile kid. They don't call them suspects, they call them subjects. Same difference. He burglarized a home. Police was called. Police chased him. He had jumping fences, jumping over walls. The police officer chased him. And then he said, "No, F this." As he was climbing up the gate, he shot him in the back of the head. Bow! Fell down the gate. Boom, dead. That case went to U.S. Supreme Court, and they ruled the Tennessee versus Gardner to use deadly force when there's a violent felony type of a crime being committed. You can use deadly force to stop that person, even if it means to kill them. That's one crazy case law. I was like, what? Tennessee versus Gardner? Am I reading this right? So if you got murder on the run, and you're afraid he's going to hurt somebody else or even himself, you can use deadly force to apprehend that person? Whoa. Violent felony cases. Interesting. Most of the time, when incidents happen, like the example I just gave you, they go to the Supreme Court at some point, if it even gets there, and then next thing you know, boom. They got this Matt versus Ohio, Terry versus Ohio, all that's related to the Fourth Amendment. And they have one here in California, whereas California versus Billy Greenwood is about when a guy, he was manufacturing drugs, producing drugs, wherever in the house. One of the neighbors told on him. They didn't have a proper warrant or anything else, so eventually they dropped the case because he was illegally searched and seized. Fourth Amendment violation. So eventually he went back doing what he was doing again. He had a whole bunch of people in his house. The trash can dumpster that you leave out on a curb for the garbage can to come, pick it up, dump it, and put it back and leave to the next house. Well, he left residue, leftovers in the trash can. Now, he couldn't go on property and go to his trash can. They had to wait till he left the garbage can on the curb, on the street. They consider that abandonment, abandoned trash, meaning anybody can get to it. Homeless guy, a man, a woman, next door, anybody, police, anybody. So what they did, police, was they took that dumpster, switched it with the new one, and took that old dumpster with them, swabbed it, whatever, had residue of crack cocaine, all other types of crap. That gave them justifications of a search warrant from the judge, totality of circumstance. They went in, they raided the whole house, got everybody about it. They found everything. That case was appealed and eventually went to Supreme Court. Supreme Court said that ruling that happened between California versus Greenwood is legal. And that is a case law too. So law enforcement is just basically enforcing, upholding case laws and state legislators' laws. Any bill that becomes a law that could be classified as either a felony or a misdemeanor, they enforcing them. Pretty interesting. Certain stuff that you should know. Basic stuff. In the courtroom, let's say you're on a case. Now we all know that the prosecutor, whoever that person is, he, she, them, they, whatever, is always on the side next to the 12 jury box. Why? Simply because it is that person's job to prove you guilty beyond a reasonable doubt. Now, I understand some case where I said he really didn't prove his case. Why is the defendant taking the witness stand? That's stupid. He didn't prove his case. He can't prove nothing. Okay, they got all the evidence in the world to say that this happened. But they can't pinpoint you at the scene or pinpoint you to say that you have something to do with it even though you're not there when it happened. Conspiracy, accessory, something. I'm looking at this one case. I'm like, oh, okay, so they got a murdered person dead. Murder weapons found. The person was there at the time of the killing, supposedly. But this is the murder weapon, right? There's no fingerprints of this dude. There's no eyewitnesses to say that he was there. They giving out descriptions and you don't fit them. But then they somehow pick you up because they thought you fit the description or whatever, and they gonna run with it. They did not prove their case. Why are you taking the stand? Dude took the stand, incriminated himself. He said, forget the Fifth Amendment. I'm using the First Amendment. Get on that stand, freedom of speech. Yeah, you gonna freedom of speech, all right. Freedom of speech, but to prison for something you didn't do. Why take the stand? You didn't do it. You wasn't there. They can't pinpoint you. Nothing. Let's say you did do it. They still can't prove it. If they can't prove it, why are you taking the stand? That's stupid. Better be like Casey Anthony. Daughter got drowned, ditched the body, whatever. She didn't take the stand. Freak that. Be like O.J. Simpson. He didn't take the stand either. He said, yeah, I did it, but I can't prove it. And I got this racist cop right here. And I got 9 black jurors. They finna be in my favor, so I ain't worried. One juror that was on Casey Anthony's case, she said, yeah, she guilty. She's responsible for her child's death. That ain't no accident. You don't just watch your kid and next thing you know, you leave your kid out of your supervision and your kid jumps in the swimming pool, drowned, died, and bodies get ditched, and they find the skeleton body of her. You telling me she got off scot-free? Well, the reason why she got off scot-free because the prosecutor failed to prove his case, which he did do. He didn't prove nothing. They can't figure out how the person died, when the person died. They have nothing. I go, they don't have a case. And they had the nerve to file first-degree murder. I can't even prove that. So when I first heard that, I go, that ain't gonna stick. She didn't take the stance. Neither. She was acquitted of all the big charges. Got hit with lying to the police. Misdemeanors. Time served. Get out. Bye. See ya. Certain little things you should know. You get pulled over. They don't have to let you know you have the right to refuse your vehicle to be searched. They don't have to let you know that. They be like, mind if I search your vehicle? Well, you ain't got a warrant. You ain't got probable cause. No. A lot of people don't know that. They be like, okay, sure. They find some crap. You never know. Some might plant something on you. Next thing you know, you're going to jail and your car's getting towed. So I asked some people who major in criminal justice. They be like, well, yeah, if they pull you over for a traffic violation, they could search your vehicle. A traffic violation? That's not a misdemeanor or felony. It's an infraction. It's not a crime. It's not a misdemeanor or felony crime. It's an infraction. A simple violation. Like a new municipal code. Search car, find weed, this, that. Before weed was legal. Get cited for that. Go to court for that. Get a misdemeanor for that. And you got pulled over because you ran a red light, and you asked person, and you gave consent to search your vehicle. You got weed in the car before marijuana was legal in California. That makes a lot of sense. No, it don't. Certain things you should know. Before all this video go, I had a professor dude. He was like, "Here, since you want to be a prosecutor so bad, I want you to take this little booklet. It had 150 to 200 cases that every prosecutor should know." I'm looking at it, I go, I know some of this stuff, but I was like, damn, they got some stuff. I'm like, oh, great, law school might be a thing for me to go to if I want to learn more about that. But anyways, certain things you should know. Or if you're a criminal justice major or not, you better know your rights. You better know what you can and can't do. If you're on probation or parole, it sucks. You don't really have much rights. In fact, the Second Amendment don't apply to you either. Right to bear arms, that don't apply to everybody. If you're a felon, don't work. You're on probation, don't work. You're on parole, don't work. So you better be strictly clean to have all your rights. Interesting. Like, comment, share, subscribe to this long video. Tell me what you think. Anything else I should mention that I didn't mention, I could do a part 2. I don't mind it. But tell me what you think. Comment down below.